Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about how Grand Theft Auto 6 could be console exclusive, specifically based on what one video game giant did a handful of years ago. Also, talking about some good news for the graphics of GTA 6 and a whole lot more. All right, so I want to begin with this, and it's an article I stumbled upon really just today, although it came out on May 13th, 2010 on GameSpot. It said Microsoft paid $75 million to stop GTA 4 PS3 exclusivity. So according to Wedbush analyst Michael Patcher, he said Microsoft paid Take-Two Interactive to make Grand Theft Auto 4 non-exclusive. Grand Theft Auto 4 was going to be a PlayStation 3 exclusive, but Microsoft paid Rockstar and Take-Two to make it non-exclusive, and they paid them a lot. So to give you guys a little bit of backstory, Grand Theft Auto 4 was announced at E3 2006, and it was confirmed that it would launch simultaneously for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And this was shocking because the last three iterations of Rockstar games debuted on the PlayStation 2, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Although they did eventually make their way to the original Xbox, it wasn't until after some time. Now, according to this analyst, Microsoft paid a massive premium to bring Grand Theft Auto to the Xbox 360 on day one. He said the number he heard is around $75 million, and that probably includes the funding for the first DLC packs too. It's more than $50 million that people are talking about. And those downloadable packs were The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, which actually had Xbox 360 exclusivity first, and that they would then come to PC and PlayStation 3. So long story short, you had Microsoft who basically said, whoa, we know how successful Grand Theft Auto is. Why are we letting PlayStation get first bite at the apple here? And since then, Rockstar has kind of gone back and forth with Microsoft and Sony, and as things would currently stand, it looks like they have a better relationship with Sony. And the reason I say that is because the bonuses that we see right now in Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online are kind of more specifically and heavily geared towards guys on the PlayStation 5 and the PS4 and using Sony products. Now, they're not necessarily holding things back from the Microsoft and Xbox dudes. It's just PlayStation 5 guys are getting a better bite at the apple here. So we saw companies do this in the past. We saw them do this with Grand Theft Auto 5. So it would be no shock if there was some sort of exclusivity for GTA 6 in the future. Now, whether it's an insane amount of exclusivity, like it only comes out on day one on like the Xbox or the PlayStation, or whether it's mild exclusivity, like a certain console gets certain items and others do not, or they eventually get it later on, or maybe it's somewhere in the middle, like DLC comes first to one platform. I guess we'll really have to wait and see. All I know is that would probably require an insane amount of money for Rockstar to even consider something like that. If $75 million was the amount for Grand Theft Auto 4 back in 2006, you might have to add a couple more zeros to that, bump it up to $750 million, maybe. I don't know. It's really crazy, the gaming landscape nowadays and how companies are being bought left and right. And that brings us to our next topic, which kind of segues into GTA 6 graphics. Take-Two has now officially merged with Zynga. So as you guys know, Zynga is the very popular mobile game developer that does Words with Friends and a lot of your other popular iPhone, Android, tablet games that you probably end up utilizing. Now, the thing that makes this very interesting is Take-Two Interactive now owns the Euphoria engine. So this is Zynga's physics engine, which is actually utilized across most recent Rockstar Games titles. So this little aspect of it alone kind of does make it a worthwhile purchase for Take-Two Interactive, because it's very clear that the Rockstar Games branch of Take-Two Interactive delivers some of the most successful titles under their umbrella. And now that they own the engine that's used in those titles, that can only mean good news for Rockstar Games, Take-Two Interactive, and us, the fans, that eventually get to play the game. So although this is unlikely to have many fans shooting off fireworks inside of Rockstar Games Studios, they probably are shooting off a lot of fireworks, as this makes their job a whole lot easier. Now, the last thing we'll be discussing in this video today is how there could actually be a GTA 6 trial or beta. And this comes after a recent report that developers are going to be required on the PlayStation Store to create a 2-hour timed beta or trial for video games priced $35 or higher for PS Plus premium subscribers. And this is starting to happen for Red Dead Redemption 2 because it's a part of the PS Plus premium launch titles. And the reason we know that is players have been receiving alerts like this that they can actually install a Red Dead Online demo, which is very interesting because there isn't one of those right now. So it makes you wonder if Rockstar was offering a free limited trial for Red Dead Online. Her demo is also interesting, so it makes you wonder, is there going to have to be a GTA 6 trial, demo, or beta, at least on PlayStation, when this game arrives? Now, I don't know how they would ultimately do that. Maybe for Grand Theft Auto in the single player, they would just give you like the first 4 or 5 missions or something like that. Or they would put you on like or they would only let you play like the prologue, for example, if that's enough time. I don't know, again, all the details of this. But that could be interesting going forward, having a GTA 6 beta or something along those lines. Remember all the phishing scams and plots that Rockstar had to deal with before the release of GTA 5? They even had to put out a dedicated no beta website, essentially to warn fans like there's not a legitimate GTA 5 beta. So they might scrap on that all the way around before the game comes out. But once it releases, there might have to be a beta. I think this is only going to have an impact on a few individuals that aren't quite ready to pull the trigger on the game or just want to experience it for free or whatever the case might be. But it's definitely interesting nonetheless that, we might have to see Rockstar do betas, trials, and demos, which we really haven't seen before. So that could be unique. Now, unfortunately, something like that is very likely not going to come out before the actual game release. Like Rockstar usually don't do like betas before their actual titles come out. The game just releases on day one. But we'll honestly just have to wait and see. That's really all that I've got for you guys in this video today, though. Some interesting GTA 6 developments, that's for sure. Do you think that we could be seeing some console exclusivity? What do you think about a beta or a demo or even a trial? And do you think this is good news for the graphics of GTA 6? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.